Hi Charlene, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you. The purpose of this interview today will be to go over your self-assessment assertiveness sheet. We will also make some goals. We're going to do that on this sheet. And then we're also going to go over some follow-up questions that I have for you today, okay? I just want to let you know that I still am mandated to report any kind of suicidal thoughts or anything that you express about anything of that nature, okay? And we do have boundaries here. I'm going to be taking notes during our interview. You can look at those at any time, okay? What are your feelings of coming in today?
I feel better this time about coming in than I did last time because I know you and I've done this before now. The first time it was harder, so this time it's a little easier.
Okay. So you're more comfortable?
Yes. And also, like, I know how things go now, rather than last time I had never been to anything like this before, so
okay.
It was harder.
Okay, do you have any questions for me before we get started today?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alrighty, we will first start out going over some follow-up questions. So I just wrote down some questions for you. How have you been since our last meeting?
Nothing has really changed. Like, my husband's still in jail, so that situation hasn't changed. My family, we talk, but not a whole lot still. And I still haven't got a job or anything. I haven't got my GED, anything like that. So I'm kind of just in the same spot as I was last time.
Alrighty. Have there been any changes at all? Any kind of mood changes? I do know that last time we spoke about your physical discomfort. Has there been any changes at all in that since the last time we spoke?
I have been feeling better, but I think it's just because, like, I've come to terms with, like, what's going on. Like, my husband's in jail, so it's been that way for a while now. And I think the first time we met, it was kind of fresh and kind of new. So I was still having some, like, anxiety and stuff like that. But now I'm kind of just used to it, I think.
Okay. I know last time we spoke about how your family didn't really like your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been any changes with that? I know he's still incarcerated, and I know that's probably a huge thing for your family, but is there any changes
they talk to
in
me
that?
more, but as far as him and how their feelings for him, nothing has really changed, and I don't think it will.
Okay.
I mean, maybe, but...
Okay. Have you heard any updates from your husband? Are they keeping you informed, or is that something you're kind of out of the loop on?
I kind of chose to be out of the loop for a while. He calls me, but that's really it. Because he just doesn't want to change, so I don't want to. I don't know, like, I just don't want to be in that if he's not willing to change, or then I kind of really don't want to know what's going on.
Okay. That's understandable.
So besides talking to him, I don't really talk. We don't talk about when he's getting out or anything like that. So
okay. You did say that there was some decreases in your physical discomfort.
yes.
So the anxiety is decreasing. Have you put any more applications in for jobs since we last spoke, or is that something we need to work on together?
That'll be something we need to work on together. I haven't put any.
Okay. You did say that you put in some applications, but not a lot. Have you followed up with him at all on those?
A little bit. Most of them, like, because of my GED, like, I couldn't get a job there, so that's something else that I want to work on.
Okay. Okay. So, anytime we go over these, if you have any questions for me, just let me know and we will stop where we are and we will go over them, okay?
Okay.
I just circled on your last sheet. I went over those and I just circled some of the things that I had that I wanted to ask you about. I hope that's okay. One of the things is that you hesitate to make phone calls to businesses and establishments for your jobs. Can you tell me more about that?
I hesitate because of my, like, education level. I feel like I don't want to sound stupid or like I don't know what I'm talking about. And, like, sometimes on the phone, like, I've been told I sound like a little kid on the phone.
Okay.
So, like, it makes me feel like they're gonna think I'm not serious or I'm dumb because I don't talk on the phone well.
Okay. Alrighty, that's something we can work on. We'll put that here on your problem areas, and we'll hope to get that taken care of for you. You put a pretty big number on that you tend to bottle up your emotions rather than to make a scene. Why is that? Why do you not express yourself?
I think most of the time it's because I really don't have anyone to express myself to. And if I wanted to talk about my husband, like I couldn't talk about him to my family. So I really just don't have, and since my mom passed away, like she's who I talk to, so now that she's gone, like I just don't talk to anyone. I just keep to myself rather than talking to someone. And most of the time, like when I talk, I get emotional, so
Gotcha.
I don't like to do that as well.
Okay. And you did mention that you avoid asking questions. Have you, is this the only place that you feel as if you can ask questions so we can go further, or have you tried to reach out to other supports to ask questions about maybe your husband or jobs?
This is really the only place that I ask questions. I don't know where else I would ask questions.
Okay. Okay, and it says right here, if something was bothering you, you would rather just, keep your feelings to yourself. Why is
and
that?
I put that on that question because when the question said if a close relative or someone like that was to be annoying you, I thought of my family because how they always talk bad about my husband, they hate our relationship or whatever. It's just like I would rather not talk to them about it and not make a scene than like I would rather just keep it to myself, just because I know if I do talk to them about it or tell them they're annoying me, like it will just cause this huge uproar rather than just leaving it alone and feeling the way I feel.
Okay.
And I think that's another reason we can't get close is because every time I'm around them, because I bottle those up, I don't talk to them.
Okay. Have you ever done that? Have you ever expressed your feelings, like how your family feels around your husband and how they make your husband feel when he's around? Have you ever expressed that to them?
I did once early on, but it didn't do anything. So ever since then, and that was when we first got together. So ever since then, the reaction to the first time just
ran to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, and here, you put a high number on that one too, a 3 on that one, that you are careful to avoid hurting other people's feelings, even if I feel I have been injured. Why is that?
That one I kind of related back to my husband because even though like he's put me through so much and he is the way he is, I still answer the phone when he calls and I still, I'm still here for him. I think that's just something, I don't know, like that's just me, that's who I am. I don't really know how to explain that.
Okay. So I get
that's just how I am. I don't know.
I get that you just want to, it comes across to me that you just want to keep peace in the family, just kind of want to let things be how they are, and we'll just leave them at that. Okay. So let's start with you, because I know you are somebody who wants to be employed and you want to provide for yourself, and you want to get your GED. So I thought that would be 2 of the main ones that you wanted to talk about today, and something that we could take care of.
Yes.
Okay. Which one would be the top priority to you? Would it be unemployment or your GED?
I'm thinking maybe it would be my GED just because of the trouble I've had with like getting jobs because I don't have a GED. So I think getting the GED would help me with getting a job or a better job. I mean, I guess I could do unemployment first. I don't know.
That's totally up to you. Now, we can work these however you want. I know the GED is probably one of the major ones for you. So, how far in school did you get? Did you just get to all the way except your senior year?
I made it to my sophomore year.
Sophomore. Okay.
But actually, I think unemployment would probably be more important just for like a small job. And then once I start getting some money like for food and stuff like that, then I could work towards my GED.
Okay.
Because if I don't get money, then I'm going to have transportation to get my GED. So I guess a small job to get started would probably be more important.
Okay. So these two would be, you say that unemployment and your GED would be two of the major ones. Now, you have mentioned in the past about your physical discomfort that we talked about earlier. Is that something that you want to work on, or would this be eliminated by working on these two? Or is that something, because we can do as many as you want, I just want you to be where you want to be.
I mean, I can work on physical discomfort, but it would definitely be like the last one.
Okay, all right. I'll put this on here and then we'll go from there as well. Okay. In what areas, since we'll just go down here and do this one, since we're on it, when you have your physical discomfort, what do you know what is triggered by that? What happens when
I think it's just like stress from my husband and family.
Okay.
And also from the unemployment and the
So these two have a major
yeah
fall in these. Okay.
because it causes stress on me.
Okay. Now, the goal for this, would you want this to be, I don't know that that's something we could eliminate altogether besides the two of the GED and the unemployment. The family, we could probably work on that, but you said that, I'm just trying to reflect here on what you've been talking about. Your husband and your family, that's kind of an area where we butt heads.
Yeah.
So this would probably be something that we could work on together. So you said unemployment would be first instead of the GED. So we'll leave this at number 1 and we'll move that one back down for unemployment. When you say small jobs, what do you mean by that? Like a part-time job or
just something to get money flowing, just to pay like my rent and stuff like that. So,
alrighty. And is there something that you've done to see how much, like where do we need to start with the employment? If we found a job, do you know about how much money we need to make a month just for bills and food? I know that's two of the major ones right now.
my rent is $500, so if I would say close to at least $800
Okay.
a month. Would be what I would need.
Okay.
And that's just for like basic needs is what that would be for.
Okay. Alrighty. So I have I put on here that the goal would be to try to apply for jobs weekly. Is that something you think we could meet?
Yeah.
Okay. I've also put a provider agency would probably be like a staffing company. That might be something easier for you. That way, because I know of the way that you feel about talking to other people. A staffing company is kind of somebody who you turn in your application and then they take care of it from there, and then they call you and they have a position open. So is that something you'd want to do, or do you want to do them yourself and try to work on?
I think that would be better for me to do the staff company.
Okay. Alrighty, we'll do that.
Just because I don't like to talk to people like
Okay, that's understandable. And then we'll jump down here to your GED. Since you've only been to your sophomore education, I'm just going to be honest, I really don't know exactly where we can do this at, but I'm going to research that so that way we can work on that next time.
Okay.
But since employment is number 1 for you, the staff mart, we can work on, if you don't, we can apply instead of taking those 2 different agencies all the time, we'll just take it to one of the staffing companies here that's local, and we'll let them take care of it from there. And then that way we can work on paying for that GED to get you some education, okay?
Okay.
And then hopefully these 2 will eliminate majority of this, okay?
Okay.
And then for the next time that we meet, I'm gonna let you fill out another self-assessment paper, okay? And now I want you to be completely honest. If you don't feel like that the areas that you put 3s on have decreased, then just leave them as a 3, okay? However you feel that you are coming along. But if some of them are better, then just put them as better, okay? Because we want to better you, okay? So there's that, a little bit of homework for you. And we will be in touch for our next appointment, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, it was nice meeting
Thank
you.
you.